Someone tell me why I do the things that I don't want to do. When you're around me, somebody else. Someone tell me why I act like a fool. Things don't go my way. When you're around me, somebody else.
Howdy y'all, how you doing? This is DeWayne with another edition of my LP finds. Hope you liked the little GBV there. One of my all-time faves. I used to live in Dayton, Ohio. Right around that time, saw them play many clubs with the Breeders, and had some fun times back then. And just really still appreciate GBV. Caught some of the David Letterman episodes the other day. But I have some record finds for you, so let me get my stuff for you, okay? In no particular order, we'll jump in here and see if I can make something of this. Oh my goodness, I've been running, let's see, thrift stores, antique shops. Most of this is what that is. I don't like to pull a lot of my auction finds out. I like to find it, show you things that I kind of pull independently. Actually bought these just yesterday for $1.13 a piece. There's a nice Everly Brothers in England, Stone Mint. Phil Everly Mystic Lines sealed. Not worth a bloody nickel, but it's Phil Everly sealed. Oh, this was $3. I have never owned a copy of The Who Sell Out on deck. A nice clean copy, and gotta have one. This was $1. Bob Dylan, Solo Train. And these were mint, so I bought them. Hey, this one I have never owned. Here's a Jimmy Buffett High Cumberland Jubilee on Janus Records. I don't even know what period this is. I haven't done any research or anything, but this has got to be early. I'm just not familiar with that one, but boy, there's a bunch of people singing some little folky things. Here's a nice little Indiana piece. Check this out. This is, oh, who is it? Malestrom. A Pair of Dimes is the name of the album there, and the music is by Malestrom. So, found 2 copies of it on PopSite, $50 a piece. Nice little find. These were a little while back. This one was, I bought this for $2, sealed copy of The Temptations. Gotta appreciate that. This was $1.50. Stone Mint. See my price tag on there. I found this in another grouping, Buddy Miles, $2. This was $4. Butterfly label, not an original, but it's a nice butterfly label. Those are $20 for me normally. Everybody loves, there's always another Doors fan coming along, you know, some other little hippie kid coming up buying another Doors album. Mr. Crawley, a little picture disc, $5, can't refuse. Here we go, Goodwill find. Gene Krupa to Buddy Rich, and another Buddy Rich, Max Roach. Can't refuse a Pink Floyd The Wall for $4. I always get 20 for those. I found this in an antique shop. The Chiffons, my first copy of that for $5. There's a real nice buy. Look through a junk, bunch of records. There's, 30 pieces of junk and 1 good LP. Same goes for this. I found this also going through a Goodwill for $1. Look at that. Sugar Pie Desanto. It's got a little bit of wear, not too much. If it was Stone Mint, I'd put it online. But this is something I can sell in my shops for probably $75 or $100 because it's still a real clean copy, but you know how eBay gets, people get funky. And Odetto for $1. Chicoria in Provisions. Oh, a nice Aphrodite's Child. Reproduction, but still a nice copy for $1. Odetta, again for $1. One of my favorites, Louis and Keeley for $1. Can't refuse Lauren for $1. Buddy Miles came with the other Herbie Hancock and the Ohio Players I have here. This was a double. I can't remember if it was $2 or $3. And here's a nice early upfront Ohio Players. Some people like it, some don't. But there it is. Okay, here's something. Dwayne Eddy and Hank Snow. Early RCA imports And why would I buy them? Well, because they're imports and they're stone mint and they've got their little European tags on them. And oh, what the hey, who cares? They were $1 a piece and I was bored. I'm always a Neil Young fan. I always buy mint Neil Young stuff and I always seem to sell it. You know, there's a $15 record for me. Joe Hendricks was $1. Oh my gosh, did I get excited. Here's the Flying Up Through the Sky Oxford's. Nice psych piece, late 60s, I think early 70s, and I found this in a shop for $1 and I pull it out and I'm just so stoked, and it's just trashed, but I couldn't leave it there for $1. Hey man, check it out! Got the big Bamboo. No, and I have not been using it, with a paper. That was $3, so with paper you gotta buy it in a mint. But my biggest and best find, the greatest thing I found, are you ready? Everybody, eat your socks off. I'm walking through an antique store. This guy says, yeah, upstairs I have 1,000,000 records. So I walk upstairs, 3 floors, it's a 4-story building, and I walk in and I wouldn't buy any of those records. They've been there for 10 years. Nobody added to them, nobody touched them, they were completely a mess. But on the floor, surrounded by a bunch of junk, I found these. Record dividers, CBS record dividers. So I carries them downstairs and I shows them to him and I says, what about this stack? He goes, oh, how about $25? You know, I'm kind of shaking my head a little bit. He goes, $10. And I was kind of like, okay, $5, but that's my final offer. For all of them? It's like, yeah. Okay. So here we go. Look at that. There's an International, a Lester Flatt, and Earl Scruggs, Jazz International, pop and female vocalists, the original Broadway cast. Granted, there must have been, you know, 100 of them, and I went through and picked out the best. Religious and inspirational. You know, these are things I can use. Dave Brubeck. Oh, country and western. And who follows on country and western? Johnny Cash, Duke Ellington, Hawaiian, another broadcasting, another jazz vocal, and who's to follow on jazz and vocal? Miles Davis. So, those were my little finds there walking through the shop. Pretty doggone cool, I thought. So otherwise, not a ton of stuff. I just thought I'd run through them real quick and let you know I'm still out here digging through crates, enjoying the goodies, get excited every now and then when I find a good LP, and I thought I'd throw those out at you, alright? Till we meet again, keep a song in your heart, guys. Little GBV.
Why? Someone tell me why?